We've come to the second event of the Major League Gaming Pro Circuit, and we have a lot of questions. What teams will be affected by the team changes? Will the chemistry be there? Will there be more surprises and upsets? What player will lead his team to victory? Well, we're about to find out. 3 days of live coverage begins now. It's the Doritos Friday Night Kickoff.
When I catch fire, the other team should just set down their controllers because there's nothing they can do.
I still have not accomplished what I want to do. I want to be the best. I want people to know that I'm the best of this video game.
If you are the best, you got to make sure that you stay consistent. You can't just be like, oh, I'm the best, and the next tournament slack off. So I never really look at myself as being the best player. I just think of it as I'm playing my best for the benefit of my team.
Here comes Ogre 2 to clean up the kills. Final boss is pumped. Here we go. Advancing Hysteria, heating up with the sniper, Scott. That's what you're missing. God. Classic, completely dominating so far. Instinct is playing at the top of the game. It's the MLT Friday Night Kickoff. Welcome to the second stop of the 2010 MLG Pro Circuit. I'm Chris Puckett, and joining me tonight on the Doritos Friday Night Kickoff are Scott Lussier and DMAQ. Guys, second event. It's time to get it started. How you feeling?
I love this event, Chris. I love this venue. We got our buddy Eric returning for another year, and he gets the crowd pumped.
Yeah, the man in the sombrero. Look out for him out in the stands. DMAQ, how you feeling?
Well, you don't know what to expect from the first event, but you do know what to expect in the second event. A lot of things get surfaced out. You know what to expect coming into Columbus, and that's why I'm excited for this tournament.
Well, let's talk about that first event, guys. Now, Orlando was just a bit surprising with Instinct and Classic. They were finishing at the top. But our juggernauts from 2009, Triggers down and Straight Rippin', they finished outside the top 4. What happened?
It just shows how much the game has evolved, Chris. You know, we saw at the beginning that Dominant Slayer always won the tournament, but now it shows that Unison prevails over anything else. You notice how Instinct, Classic, they're at the top for a reason. They all work together.
And go ahead.
You couldn't have seen it more when you saw Status Quo take down the #1 and 2 seed. And how did they do it, Scott? They did it with the teamwork. That's when you see that level of competition has raised so much that you cannot win with individual skill in this game. You have to win with teamwork and a combination.
All right, well, since Orlando, our teams have been landing. We've seen a few team changes, but guys, I need to know, what are you guys looking forward to the most so far this weekend?
I'm looking to see if our 2 Juggernaut teams will be able to bounce back. You know, they went to their 5-team land. They seem to be practiced. I just want to see if they can mold into a team like Instinct is. I want to see if they can work together and see if they can get away from that. It's all about the Dominant Slayer.
And, you know, I'm going to watch one of the Juggernauts very closely, and that's Triggers Down. I want to see how they bounce back with the team change. And the other team I really want to look at this weekend is Final Boss. How can they respond? They get a 3rd-place finish. Now you add a 3-time MVP for maybe your worst player on the team. Let's see how they could do this tournament and if they could break into the top 2 again.
You know, guys, what I'm looking forward to is to see who can catch up to the Instinct, who can catch up to Classic. And, guys, we have 2 fantastic matches for you tonight. The second match is going to be between Carbon and Darkest Hour, but the first matchup of the night is going to be between our 8th-seeded Status Quo and the 9th-seeded Heaven and Earth. And right now, down on the main stage is Faruq for our team introductions.
That's right, we are live here in Columbus, Ohio, getting ready for our first match for the Doritos Friday Night Kickoff. Let's bring out the teams. On the blue squad, we've got Heaven and Earth. Let's hear it for them. Cypher, Killer Drew, Strong Side, and Clutch. And their coach, Mazik. And now, coming out, their competitors on the red squad, we've got Status Quo. Let's hear it for Flame Sword, Ace, Enable, Assault, and their coach, Monstar. All right. Blue side, heaven and earth. Red side, status quo. It's time to lock it up.
So there we go, Heaven and Earth and Status Quo, guys. Status Quo, we got to talk about them first, guys. What are we going to expect to see from them tonight?
We're going to see a confident Status Quo for once, Chris. They got their 4th place finish. They finally performed at an event, and this team's going to put up a good match here. If they can beat this team, we saw them take 4th as they lost to this team last event. If they can beat this team, they could easily finish in the top 3.
And you know what? I expect them to come out a lot stronger this event. Status Quo knows that they had to beat the number 1 and 2 seed. They know how difficult it was to do that. They know the importance of this first matchup on Friday night. It could set the trend for the rest of the weekend. That's why Status Quo is going to become firing on all 4s.
All right, well, Instinct said that the guys to watch on the main stage right now are the Status Quo guys. And right now, down on the floor, we have the beautiful Julie Alexandria, who's sitting there with Flame Sword.
Oh, Puckett, you are way too kind. All right, now you are a career Status Quo player, and it finally paid off in Orlando. You broke into the top 4. What made the difference for you?
Our new roster, we all meshed good together. We all played for the W, and we just dominated the number 1 and 2 seeds last event and just kept steamrolling. So we were just playing some of the best Halo of our lives.
Now, you mentioned playing for the W, but you guys actually didn't land in between Orlando and here in Columbus. So is that really playing for the W?
Well, we had school confrontations stop us from landing, so some of our players are athletic over here. They play baseball, made it to state, so we had to throw the land out of the paper. So we're ready, though. We've been warming up, and we feel good.
All right, that sounds good. Now, you played Heaven and Earth on Friday night kickoff last event, and you lost. What are you going to do this event here in Columbus, Ohio, to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Hopefully we won't overlook them again, because that's for sure what we did the first time. Hopefully that won't get in our heads, and we could just play our Halo and win, you know? Just do it.
Very good. Good luck to you. Puckett, back up to you.
All right, so last time Status Quo overlooking Heaven and Earth. This time around, they're not going to be doing it, but this time, Heaven and Earth has a new lineup, guys. What can we expect to see out of the H&E squad?
You know, I expect this Heaven and Earth squad to be a lot more structured than last event. They have a lot more time to practice. They know what they want out of the players. Once you have 2 players knowing who they want to go out and get, it becomes a lot better chemistry-wise. That's why this Heaven and Earth squad is going to be a lot better this tournament.
And the communication is going to be through the roof. Cypher brings so much communication, and he's such a talented player that this team's going to be fired up. And I expect a lot of trash talking from Clutch, because he told me last time he played these guys online, he dropped a plus 28 on them.
Clutch would remember that.
Of course he would. Now, guys, we got to go down to the original member of Heaven and Earth, or the guy who's been there the longest. It's my man, Killer Drew.
I'm here with Killer Drew. You're here with Heaven and Earth, but this is not the same squad that we saw last time. What do Cypher and Strongside bring to the team?
More of a team unification. I mean, we get along better than the last squad, so we're looking forward to that. Hopefully we won't choke. SQ was pretty easy to beat last time, so we'll see.
Wow, okay, well, you did beat SQ last time, but you finished out of the top 8. So what are you going to have to do to beat them and maybe make it into the top 8 this time?
We're really pulling for them to overlook us again. Hopefully we get lucky again, so that's what we're trying to do.
Okay, predictions for this event. Go for it.
I just know we're going to beat Status Quo. That's all I know right now. One team at a time, and they're going down.
All right, one team at a time. Sounds like a good idea. Puckett, strong words. Back up to you.
I love that, Killer Drew. Always talking a bit of smack, guys. So it looks like a great rematch. Status Quo, Heaven and Earth. You guys set?
I'm all ready to go, Chris. I'm ready to get this kicked off.
I just want to say I love Killer Drew's confidence. That's exactly how you have to feel going into game 1.
All right, well, the rematch is set up. The players are warming up. We're going to a quick commercial break, but don't go anywhere. Game 1 starts right when we come back.